Lancers in the district finals on Saturday by a score of 3-1. Fairview started the season as the prep baseball number 6 team in preseason. They ended as the number 4 team in the prep Ohio baseball poll. Marks the first regional appearance for Fairview in 17 years, dating all the way back to 2008. The number 2 seeded Nighthawks started their run with a win over St. Bernard Elmwood Place 10-0. Elijah Gutman with a no-hitter. And then they defeated number 5 seeded East Clinton 9-2 last Tuesday. In the district finals on Friday, CCD defeated number 3 Troy Christian 9-2. Cincinnati Country Day started the season as the number 4 team in the Prep Baseball Report Ohio poll. They ended as the number 22 team in the final poll. Looking at the Fairview Apaches, come in hitting .383 as a team. They average just under 10 runs a game. Their team ERA is 1.96. Led by seniors Zane Timbrook, Jesse Coleman, Cash King, Eli Meyer, Carter Hill, and Cole Mack at the plate. Elijah Aaron, who just broke Jeff Beverly's single-season record for hits in a season with 53. That record went all the way back to 1988. And for Aaron, he has 2 home runs, 34 RBIs, and 11 stolen bases. Freshman Anthony Singer is hitting .435 with a homer, 34 RBIs. Drayton Grinnell Dennis comes in with a .351 average, 2 homers, 27 RBIs. Cole Mack hitting .351, 22 RBIs, and 8 stolen bases. Sophomore Logan Ollinger with a .288 average, 22 RBIs back at shortstop. This season, Cole Mack 7-2 on the season with a 1.92 ERA, 58 1/3 innings pitched. And today's starter, Elijah Aaron, comes in at 6-0, has an ERA of 1.89, 22 2/3 innings pitched for Aaron, struck out 30. And always waiting in the wing is Anthony Singer, the freshman, 7-1 with an ERA of .71, 23 2/3 innings pitched. And another freshman, Shady Fritch, is hitting .451 with 21 RBIs and 29 stolen bases. Looking at the Nighthawks from Cincinnati Country Day, team average of .432, and they average 6 runs a game. A team area of .225. Cincinnati Country Day is led by a senior class of Nate Palmier, Patrick Ramage, Elijah Gutman, Zach Pavlisco, and Andres Vander Vegas. At the plate, Elijah Gutman is hitting .457, 22 RBIs, 19 stolen bases. And Nate Palmier also in the mix. Jamison French has 3 home runs, 17 RBIs, and is hitting .467. Zach Pavlisco is hitting .473 with a homer, 18 RBIs, 13 stolen bases. On the mound, Nighthawks are led by Elijah Gutman, who's not getting the start today. He has a record of 3-4, ERA of .99, 44 2/3 innings pitched, 60 strikeouts. Evan Robinson, who we'll see today, is 3-3, has an ERA of 1.09. Fairview is led by head coach Andy Singer. 22 seasons for Coach Singer. 369 and 176 overall. He started in 2023. Assisted by Tony Singer, Wes Hall, Dave Marshall, Howard Aaron, and Dave Marshall. JV coach Chase Singer, assisted by Braxton Singer and Daryl Rock. Superintendent at Fairview is Steve Arnold. Principal Tim Brayman. Athletic director retiring. I saw Paul down below, Mr. Paul Yunker. Athletic trainer is Bryson North. Official scorer, who we just saw earlier, Mr. Dan Hash. Manager is Josh Hall. They are from the GMC, the Green Meadows Conference. Colors are black, white, and gold. They are Division 6. Cincinnati Country Day is coached by Ray Hamilton, who took over just a few weeks ago for Greg Tissot, who was relieved of his duties. Coach Hamilton, 31 season, 25 years at Lakota East, where he had 593 wins and 1 state title with Lakota East back in 2011. He has 601 career wins. Assisted by Tom Kilgore, Jim Dupriest, and Chad Fritz. Head of the school is Rob Zimmerman. The principal is Teresa Hirschauer. Athletic director Dennis Coyle. Trainer is Caitlin Hilbert. Colors are white, navy blue, and blue. They are from the Miami Valley Conference, which is southwest Ohio down by Cincinnati. And they have 12 Miami Valley Conference titles. So wherever you are, however you may be listening, thanks for tuning in to today's game. Coming up live here on Northwest Ohio Sports Radio, it's the Cincinnati Country Day Nighthawks taking on the Fairview Apaches here in the Division 6 regional semifinals. Uniforms, Fairview in their all-black jersey with the yellow numbers, with the yellow and black colored socks, gray uniform pants, and the two-tone cap with the black F in the yellow on front with black in the surrounding back area. The Cincinnati Country Day Nighthawks are in a light blue, kind of a Columbia blue jersey with a navy blue hat, navy blue numbers and letterings with white trim and white pants. Your weather here at the high school here at Newton in Pleasant Hill, Ohio, is 86 degrees, mostly sunny. Keith Brown here with Logan Bailey, bringing you the broadcast here today.
Yeah, beautiful day for baseball, Keith, and we took the scenic route on the way here and got to see a lot of Ohio that we've never got to experience before, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful facility we're at here in Newton, so should be in for a good baseball game.
Yes, it is. Fairview on a roll. Coach Singer and the boys 26-3. Only suffered 3 losses during the season. Ironically, 2 of those were in the GMC season. Toots Nor and Wayne Trace. The other loss was to Defiance. And Fairview got the revenge on Wayne Trace a week ago with a win in the district semifinals, knocking off the number 1 seed.
Yeah, very impressive year out of the Apaches. Doing some research before the game, and you sent over the stats for them. You look, Fairview as a team is batting 383 as an average, unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
And you go to the pitching side of things, and you look for a team ERA average is 1.96. So very stout on both sides, offense and defensively. So, and they got a good mix of kids as well. They got some youth and they've got some good senior leadership and, a few seniors on the team with Zane Timbrook and Jesse Kuhlman and Cole Mack. And, that whole group has done a tremendous job. And along with Cash King, Eli Meyer, and Carter Hill, all seniors, leading the way. But just an overall well-rounded team. So I'm excited to see him play here. This is the first time I've had the chance to watch him play this season. But,
20 that's very impressive. A big win a night ago at home versus Miller City, who's still alive in Division 7. Apaches with 4 runs in the 6th with an 8-7 victory. Something we'll get into a little bit later, but Cincinnati Country Day has a new coach. He was literally hired like the last week of the season. He was retired, and he believes he's in the Hall of Fame already. He's got over 600 wins, and Ray Hamilton
turned the season around for him.
Absolutely.
And you look, the first half of the season they were down, under 500 average, but really turned things around here in the last half of the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
the playing of our national anthem.
Move your caps and join us as we honor America and those who serve to protect it with the playing of our national anthem.
Playing of our national anthem here Run down the Apaches defensively. Elijah Aaron on the mound. 29 and 2/3 innings pitch. He's allowed 28 hits, 11 walks. He struck out 36 and 0. He's allowed 11 runs, 8 earned runs. ERA of 1.89. This will be his 10th appearance. Behind the plate, Jesse Kuhlman at first base. Creighton Dronell Dennis. Cole Mack is at second. Logan Olinger at short. Anthony Singer at third base. Outfield, Shady Fritch in left. Gavin Garza in center. And Zane Timbrook is in right for the 26 and 3 Fairview Apaches. They are facing the 15 and 10 Cincinnati Country Day School. Nate Palmier leading off in center field, batting second. Elijah Gutman at second base. Jamison French hitting third in right field. Zach Pavlisko behind the plate hitting in the cleanup spot. Ryan Pavlisko hitting number 5 spot at shortstop. Levi Gutman hitting the number 6 spot at third base. Patrick Ramage in the number 7 spots at first base. Casey Newman is the DH in the 8 spot. And Evan Robinson will be on the mound and hitting in the 9th spot for the Cincinnati Country Day Nighthawks. Scoreboard sponsor is the DeLarber Concrete and Hauling, and thanks to our other sponsors that made this possible, the Apache Dairy Bar. Everybody knows where that is at, right in the hub of Sherwood, 127. You can't drive by there without stopping for an ice cream or a sandwich of any kind. Fairview Athletic Boosters, thanks them for supporting this broadcast. And Mr. Dan Hash, we were just talking about Dan, and I get a tap on the shoulder, and I turn around, and there he is.
Right behind you.
Dan, one of the nicest guy that you ever want to meet. I always try and get to any event early so I could ham it up with Mr. Dan. And Ben Stevens Body Shop in beautiful downtown Jewel, Ohio. Nate Palmer will lead it off, hitting .338, 7 RBIs and 14 stolen bases. First pitch by Aaron, swung on. Hit in foul territory, right side, giving chases Tim Brook, but it's way out of his reach. That is strike number 1. We're underway here. First pitch is at 4:56. Your game time temperature is 86 degrees here at Newton High School in Pleasant Hill, Ohio. Hopefully we can come back tomorrow. Well, at least I will. Logan, I don't think, is able to make the trip, but if Fairview wins, I'll be back here tomorrow. Aaron winds and fires inside, just missed. Count is 1-1 to the leadoff hitter, Nate Palmier. Palmier bats from the right side. He's a senior. 1-1 pitch, swung on line right back through the middle for a solid base hit. Palmier leads off the Nighthawks with a line drive single right back through the box.
Yeah, just a great shot there by Palmier. You know, he kept his hands through the zone and made a nice solid contact and was able to get on first with a single.
Elijah Gutman will step in, the second baseman, hitting .405. Actually, Palmier had over 100 hits in his career, and so does Gutman. .405, 22 RBIs, 19 stolen bases for the senior as well. He actually had 16 strikeouts as a thrower to first base is not in time. Back is Palmier, but Gutman in the district finals had 16 strikeouts. Bats from the right side as well. Pitch swung on. Driven to center field, Gavin Garza takes a couple steps forward towards right field and puts it away for out number 1. Wind blowing slightly in from center field. You can kind of hear the wind gust in our crowd mic, so it seems it's a little more windier than what the flag is showing out there, Logan.
Yeah, I believe earlier what it said 14 mile an hour wind is what was on the weather app.
Runner at first, 1 out here. Jamison French steps in, 338 for French. 3 home runs, 17 RBI, 7 steals. First pitch to him is a bit outside. Ball 1. The runner at first base, Palmier, has 14 stolen bases. Thanks for joining us here on NWO Sports Radio on this Tuesday. Pitch is low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Just underway here, no score, top of the first inning. Zach Pavlisko waits on deck for the Nighthawks. 2-0 pitch, there goes the runner. Pitch is in the dirt. Kuhlman does not have a play. So down to second base is Palmier with a stolen base for the Nighthawks. They have a runner in scoring position with nobody out, or with one out and a 3-0 count to the number 3 hitter, Jamison French. Aaron gets the sign from Kuhlman, looks back at the runner at second. Pitch to the plate. Caught the outside corner, strike one. 3 balls and a strike to French. Aaron has a little bit of deceptive delivery, Logan. A little slow coming through, but he whips that ball through the zone.
Yeah, he does. I mean, it kind of is hard to pick up, as a hitter, but let's see what he does here.
3-1, fouled off. First base side out of play is fought back to take the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. French does have power with those 3 home runs. Runner at second for the Nighthawks. 1 out. 3-all. Their payoff pitch coming to French. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Little blooper into shallow right field, but out goes the first baseman, Drayton Grinnell Dennis, and they double up the runner at second. Grinnell Dennis on a dead sprint into shallow right field with an over-the-shoulder catch, which Coach Rakes would be proud of, and fired back to second to double off the runner.
What a play. And, just for Drayton to keep his head up and continue to watch that runner. And, he caught that runner sleeping a little bit and threw it to second. And sure enough, was able to get him out. What a way to get out of a jam there. The Cincinnati Country Day Nighthawks were threatening there, had a guy on second. And, Aaron had the count at 3-0. He worked his way back. And, was able to get out of that jam. So nice job by the Apaches.
In the inning for Cincinnati Country Day, they threatened, but no runs. 1 hit, the leadoff single by Palmier. No Apache errors and double play into that. After a half inning of play, here from Newton High School, it is Cincinnati Country Day, nothing, and Fairview coming to bat.
DeLarber Concrete and Hauling is your go-to provider for concrete and hauling needs. Flatwork, pole barn floors, driveways, and patios. Hauling services for stone, mulch, and dirt. Call Josh for your free estimate at 419-576-0401.
Baden Stevens Body Shop is your #1 voted auto body shop in Northwest Ohio. We are your experts on all makes and models and are the only Chrysler, Ford, and GM certified collision repair center in the area. Located in Jewel, Ohio. Give us a call today at 419-497-3111 to schedule your free estimate. Come check out the Baden Stevens Body Shop difference.
Back here as we head to the bottom of the first inning, Keith Brown and Logan Bailey with you. Apaches will send to the plate Elijah Aaron, Shady Fritsch, and Cole Mack to face Evan Robinson. He's pitched 44 innings this season. He's 3-3, 31 strikeouts in those 44 innings. This will be his 15th appearance as an ERA of 1.75. His defense behind him, Zach Pavlesko behind the plate, Patrick Ramage at second, Elijah Gutman at first is Patrick Ramage, Elijah Gutman at second, Ryan Pavlesko is at short, Levi Gutman is at third. Harry Freeman is in left, Nate Palmier in center, and Jamison French is in right for the Cincinnati Country Day Nighthawks coming in at 15-10, coached by Ray Hamilton. As we discussed briefly, Coach Hamilton just took over a few weeks ago the program here for the Nighthawks.
And really turned the program around. As we were saying, before the national anthem, first half of the season, they had a record that was under 500, and he steps in and really turns things around. And that's exactly what we got to be doing right at this time of year. Is you got to be playing your best baseball of the season, and that's what Cincinnati Country Day is doing. So you don't just make it to the regional semifinals out of luck. You got to have a lot of skill too, and they really got things going in the right momentum.
And they have a coach that's won over 600 games, so he knows what he's doing. Elijah Aaron, first team all GMC member, steps in hitting .452, 2 homers, 34 RBIs, 11 stolen bases for Aaron. First pitch swinging, drills it deep down the left field line.
Oh,
just foul.
What a shot.
That was one of those cars in the parking lot almost. Wow. Aaron just missed a home run by about 3 feet.
I mean, that cleared that fence by what, 10, 15
At
feet
least.
easily. Holy smokes.
You know, the car is parked on the other side. Figured they don't have to worry about a home run ball. But wow, Aaron gave it a ride.
Got a hold of that one over the left field fence.
First pitch by Robinson. He was smoked by Aaron, just a little bit foul. 0-1 pitch. Foul tipped at the plate. Robinson ahead of Elijah Aaron. No balls and 2 strikes. No score here on your DeLarber Concrete and Hauling scoreboard. Bottom of the first inning. Apaches at the plate. Fairview's the home team on the third base dugout. Pitch is swung on. Foul. First base side. Giving chase is the first baseman, Patrick Ramage, in the wind.
In and out of
he
his
dropped
glove.
it. I was getting ready to write it down to my scorebook. F3.
He had it right in the webbing of his glove, and it just popped out right at the last second.
Now, the wind kind of brought that one back. He started out, took a couple steps back, but then when he realized the wind was bringing it into foul territory, looked like he had it. Like I said, I went down to write it down, and I look up when the ball's on the turf here. Turf on the infield, grass in the outfield, similar to Sonora High School, for those that have been over there. 0-2 pitch to Aaron. Just missed the outside corner. Evan Robinson wanted that one. Robinson, a junior right-hander for the Nighthawks. 1-2 pitch to Aaron. Strike 3 call. Nice breaking ball there by Robinson. Got Aaron looking for the first out. That'll bring up Shady Fritch. Fritch, the freshman, is in left field. He was an honorable mention all GMC. 451 for Shady. 21 RBIs, 29 stolen bases. He's going to bat from the right or the left side of the plate. Robinson winds it up. First pitch to Fritz, squares around the bump, brings the ball back, and it's called strike 1.
Robinson just painting that outside corner there. I thought it was almost a ball, but
It looked like it. Robinson winds it up. 0-1 pitch is outside. Count evens to a ball and a strike to the freshman, Shady Fritch. Cole Mack on deck for the Apaches. No score. Just underway here, bottom of the first inning. Line shot, one hop to the shortstop. Ryan Pavlesko fires over to Patrick Ramage in time for out number 2. 6-3 on that putout. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, the second baseman, Cole Mack. Mack, second team all GMC, hitting .351, 22 RBIs, 9 stolen bases for the senior, Cole Mack. Mack bats from the left side. Robinson winds it up. First pitch swung on and fouled over the third base dugout of the Apaches, out of play. Robinson doing a good job of getting ahead, Logan, early in the count.
yeah, he really has. And, you know, going back to Elijah Aaron's at bat, you know, first pitch, he goes from being a foul ball to working his way back in the count and coming out back with a strikeout. So he's done a very nice job at this point.
0-1 pitches swung on and missed again. Robinson ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. This one is Cole Mack. Mack swings and laces it foul down the left side. Count will stay no balls and 2 strikes. Base is empty. Bottom of the first, no score. Here at Newton High School.
Let's see if Robinson goes right back to that outside corner.
Regional semifinal. Winner plays tomorrow at 5. 0-2 pitch to Mack is high. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cole. Zane Timbrook on deck. A little story about Zane. We have a split second. 1-2 pitch to Cole. Tapper shortstop side. Pavlesko up with it. Double clutches. Throws over. Little high throw. Cole Mack's going to be safe. Should be an error on the shortstop. Should be E6. Little high throw. He kind of double clutched. Like he couldn't get the ball out of his hand or glove. And time he recovered, he threw high over there to Ramage.
Yeah, the way Pavlisco kind of fielded that one off the bounce, it just he couldn't get quite a good grip on it, and ended up with the air there. But nonetheless, Cole Mack hustling down that first base line was able to get there safely.
Mack with 9 stolen bases. That's going to bring up the number 4 hitter, Zane Timbrook, second team all GMC for the senior. 457, a homer, 21 RBIs, 6 stolen bases. He also bats from the left side. Robinson from the stretch for the first time. His first pitch is outside, ball 1 to Timbrook. Timbrook, one of my shoes during batting practice, Logan.
He did.
He's like, hey, you got some nice kicks there.
He said he also wears size 10 and a half. So.
What do I get if we win? So you got to win tomorrow. One game at a time. Runner leads away from first. Cole Mack, 1-0 pitch coming to Timbrook. Line shot into center field for a base hit. Nate Palmier scoops it up, stopping at second base is Mack. Timbrook on at first with a single, the first hit for the Apaches. Apaches have runners at first and second for the number 5 hitter, Drayton Grinnell Dennis. The junior hitting .351, 2 homers, 27 RBIs, 3 stolen bases. Grinnell Dennis, another left-hander. Where did Coach Singer get all these left-handers?
3 consecutive left-handers in a row. Grinnell Dennis has got some power, so watch for him to go deep here.
Mack at second, Timbrook at first. Robinson looks back at the runners. First pitch to Grinnell Dennis. Ground ball back through the middle into center field for a base hit. Mack hits third. He's going to try and score. Throw comes in, not in time. The Apaches lead 1-0 on the RBI by Grinnell Dennis. Topping a second was Zane Timbrook.
Great piece of hitting there, and just up there doing your job. He's not trying to do too much with it. Put the ball in play, and good things happen. And sure enough, Coach Singer waving around Cole Mack at third base. That's always a good feeling to start off the game.
That'll bring up the freshman Anthony Singer. 435, a homer, 34 RBIs, and a stolen base for Anthony Singer. He's at the hot corner at third for his dad. He bats from the right side. Runners lead away from first and second for the Apaches. They lead 1-0. First pitch to Singer. Swung on and missed. Fastball on the outside corner. Evan Palladino slides on deck for the Apaches. Evan Robinson, the junior righty, gets ready. Gets set. Looks back at the runner at second. Pitch to Singer outside. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Runners lead away. Timbrook from second. Grinnell Dennis from first. Pitch coming to Anthony Singer from Evan Robinson. Singer swings and misses for strike 2. Coach Andy Singer is always down there at third base. Coach Singer and the Apaches set a record for wins in the season by a Apache baseball team with 26. 1-2 pitch coming to Anthony Singer. Line shot just outside the bag at third. Down the left field line it goes. Finally, one of the Apache reserves takes off for the ball as nobody was making an effort to get it.
I think Anthony's just a little excited right now. Really out there ahead of a lot of things up there at the plate. But, just got to settle down and wait back on it and put the ball right up the middle.
Runners lead away from first to second. 1-2 pitch to Singer. Outside ball 2. Nice eye by Anthony.
That's the thing, too. A lot of these kids are freshmen, and this is the first time that they're playing in a big game in the regional semifinal. So a lot of jitters for sure in that batter's box. 2-2
pitch coming. Singer tapper right back to the mound. Robinson fields it underhands over to Ramage for out number 3. 1-3 on the putout in the inning for the Apaches. They strike first. Fairview gets a run. They do so on 2 base hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. After 1 inning of play here at Newton High School in the Division 6 regional semifinals, the Fairview Apaches won, and the Cincinnati Country Day Nighthawks nothing. We'll be back right after this on your DeLarmer Concrete and Hauling scoreboard.
Baden Stevens Body Shop is your #1 voted auto body shop in Northwest Ohio. We are your experts on all makes and models and are the only Chrysler, Ford, and GM certified collision repair center in the area. Located in Jewel, Ohio. Give us a call today at 419-497-3111 to schedule your free estimate. Come check out the Baden Stevens Body Shop difference.
Check out Tenora Rams Live. Live events broadcast on YouTube and post-game results, articles, schedules, and more can all be found on tenorarams.com. Feel free to look up their Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages as well. Northwest Ohio Sports is the place for sports rankings, news, scores, podcasts, and more for area athletics. Check them out at Northwest Ohio Sports on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Back here at Newton High School, Apaches with a 1-0 lead as Aaron Gross said, hey, can I have one of your mints? This is probably the closest I'm ever going to get to going to Buc-ee's. I brought back my Buc-ee mints. So me and my wife went to Jacksonville last month. For the Cincinnati Country Day Nighthawks, 4, 5, and 6, Zach Pavlisco, Ryan Pavlisco, and then Levi Gutman to face Elijah Aaron. Nice defensive play by the Apaches to end the top of the first inning. First pitch to Zach Pavlisco, up and in. He's hitting .333, a homer, 18 RBIs, 13 stolen bases. Nighthawks hit .324 as a team, average 6 runs a game. 1-0 pitch coming to Zach. Fouled right back this way into the safety net. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Nice hitting in that first inning, Logan, by the Apaches.
Yeah, really. They got something going there with 2 outs, and first couple batters, struggle a little bit, and 2 outs right off the bat, but a nice way to put a little 2-out rally together.
Pitch over the head of Zach Pavlisco to the backstop. It goes. Aaron shakes that one off. Gets a new ball from his backstop, Jesse Kuhlman. Kuhlman at first, Cornell Dennis Kuhlman behind the plate, Cornell Dennis at first, Colmack at second, Logan Olinger at short, Anthony Singer at third, outfield Fritsch, Garza, and Timbrook left to right. Pitch again over the head of Zach Pavlisco. 3 balls and a strike to Zach. Like the old Major League, I wouldn't dig in here if I were you. Kuhlman out to have a brief conversation with Elijah Aaron, trying to calm down the Apache starter. Aaron Jr., right-hander, winds it up. 3-1 pitch coming to Zach. Up and in, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Zach Pavlisco puts a runner at first with nobody out for Cincinnati Country Day. Apaches lead 1-0 with a run in the bottom of the first inning. Ryan Pavlisco steps in, .333, a homer, and 18 RBIs for him. He is the shortstop for the Nighthawks. Pitch inside. Ball 1. Aaron lost his touch here in the first 2 batters here at the top of the second inning. Runner at first leads away. 13 steals for Zach Pavlisco. This pitch is low. Ball 2. Coach Singer asked for timeout. He's going to go out and try and calm down Elijah Aaron. Aaron seemed to have lost his release point, Logan.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's a good move here by Coach Singer. Come out to the mound, try to calm down your pitcher. You walk your first batter here. Struggling to find the zone right now. Coach Singer's probably out there just tell him, look, take a deep breath. This is regional semifinal. This is a game where, a lot of these kids have never played in a game like this before. So let's see what he does here.
You've played in a few of these, Logan. What's the feeling like?
Back in the day, there's definitely a lot of jitters, and like we had said before the game, you get to this point and all season long, you may not have the biggest crowds, but you get here and look at all the people that Fairview brought, and, you play at a great venue and you travel a couple hours away. It's a different environment. It's a different feeling. But it's just one of those things, first couple innings are always the toughest in games like this. So if Aaron can kind of get through, I think this inning, I think he'll really settle down and take care of business here.
Runner at first, Zach Pavlisco. Ryan Pavlisco, batter, .392, 2-0 count to him is outside, ball 3. 7 straight balls off the right arm of Elijah Aaron. Aaron looks at the runner at first. 3-0 pitch coming to Ryan Pavlisco. That catches the outside corner for a strike. A little bit of relief there for Aaron. Okay, I finally got one. Levi Gutman is on deck for Nighthawks. Aaron steps off, fires over to first base. Grinnell Dennis slaps a tag on the base runner. but Zach Pavlesko was back safely. Aaron's set. He's ready. 3-1 pitch coming to Ryan Pavlesko. High fly ball in the shallow center field. Gavin Garza comes in and puts it away for out number 1. A big sigh of relief again for Aaron there. Fell behind 3-0 and got a fly out to center field for the first out. That's going to bring up the number 6 hitter, the third baseman, Levi Gutman. Gutman, 342 on a season, 16 RBIs, 9 stolen bases.
Yeah, nice job there by center fielder Gavin Garza. You know, it may look like a routine fly ball, but that wind is really blowing here every now and then.
That brought the ball way back. It's the second one we've seen like that, or third actually. Pitch misses the outside corner. Oh, this is a strike on the outside corner.
I didn't think he was going to get the call on that one.
This is as erratic as he's been this inning. You wouldn't think he would have got that call. It's a very high and outside. He steps off, throws over back to first base. Back with the head first dive is Zach Pavlesko. He started the inning with a walk. Levi Gutman's at the plate. No balls and a strike. A timeout as Coach Ray Hamilton asks for time. He's asking to talk to the first base umpire.
I thought he was looking to talk at.
That's what I thought he was going to go out and talk to Elijah Aaron at first. He's walking right at him.
I thought he was walking right up to his face to say something.
Like he's got some Vaseline or something on
right.
him or what?
Check his mitt.
I think Coach Hamilton, who's got 601 wins in his long, storied coaching history, I think he's asking the first base umpire if Elijah Aaron's coming to a complete set before he throws to the plate. So Hamilton makes the long walk back to his third base coaching spot. He's almost there. He finally gets there. Runner leads away from first. Top of the second, 1-0 Fairview. 0-1 pitch coming to Levi Gutman. He bats from the right side. Pitch, ground ball to third, Singer to second for 1. Relay to first. In time for the double play. 5, 4, 3 on the double play for the Apaches. And just like that, the momentum is gone from Cincinnati Country Day in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Bottom of the second inning coming up on a DeLarber Concrete and Hauling scoreboard. Fairview 1 and the Nighthawks of Cincinnati Country Day 0. We'll be back right after this here on NWO Sports Radio.
DeLarber Concrete and Hauling is your go-to provider for concrete and hauling needs. Flat work, pole barn floors, driveways, and patios. Hauling services for stone, mulch, and dirt. Call Josh for your free estimate at 419-576-0401. This Fairview Apaches broadcast is proudly sponsored by the Fairview Athletic Boosters, supporting our student athletes every step of the way. From the field to the classroom, we're proud of everything these young men and women achieve. Good luck to the Apaches in tonight's game. Your community is behind you all the way. Go Apaches. Craving a cool treat or a hot bite? Head to Apache Dairy Bar in Sherwood, Ohio. From soft serve ice cream and sundaes to burgers, chili dogs, tacos, and more. There's something for everyone. Swing by for outdoor seating or curbside pickup. Apache Dairy Bar, where every bite hits the spot. Located in Sherwood, Ohio on Route US 127. Give them a call today at 419-899-2444. A special shout out to Dan Hash for sponsoring this broadcast, a strong supporter of Fairview baseball. Go Apaches!
Welcome back to the Division 6 regional semifinals here at Newton High School in Pleasant Hill, Ohio. The Apaches with a 1-0 lead for Fairview. The bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9. Gavin Palladino, Jesse Kuhlman, and Logan Olinger to face Evan Robinson. Apaches with a run on 2 hits in that first inning. 1 error by Cincinnati Country Day enabled that inning to prolong.
Yeah, what a way to get out of that jam last inning. You know, just what the doctor ordered up.
Yes.
5-4-3 double play, and it's just what they needed because, Aaron was struggling a little bit to find the zone and, let the hitter put the ball in play. And, sometimes you got to play with your team behind you and play some defense. And they did just that. So great job by the Apaches there.
Evan Palladino steps in, another lefty for Coach Singer. Palladino, 362, 15 RBIs, and 4 stolen bases. First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. Pitch is outside, ball 2 to Gavin Palladino. The junior is the DH for Coach Singer. The third baseman is even with the bag at third. First baseman is way back, Patrick Ramage. 2-0 pitch coming. Outside, ball 3. All 3 pitches have been in the same spot to Palladino. Robinson, 3-3 on the season. 1.75 ERA. The 3-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner, ball 1 or strike 1. 3 balls and a strike. Bases empty, nobody out here. Bottom of the second. Fairview leads 1-0. They win. They play tomorrow at 5 right back here. Pitch is fouled back. Counts full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So hopefully the Apaches can make the long trip back home and then come right back and make the long trip here tomorrow. Payoff pitch coming to Palladino. Swing and a miss. Palladino down on strikes. That's out number 1. First strikeout for Robinson. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Jesse Kuhlman. Kuhlman, the senior catcher, was honorable mention all GMC. Comes in hitting .318 with 18 RBIs, 13 stolen bases. Kuhlman bats from the right side. First pitch swung on and missed. Logan Holger moves to the on-deck circle. Pitch is fouled off at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes for Robinson. 22 pitches for Evan. 16 of those are strikes. He's ready to go. 0-2 pitch coming to Kuhlman. Ground ball, third base. Levi Gutman up with it. Makes the throw across just in time to get Jesse Kuhlman. 5-3 on that putout. That's the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Logan Ollinger, the number 9 hitter. Ollinger, the sophomore shortstop, will come to the plate with the bases empty.
That wind's really blowing out there now. You'll come in here in the press box, look at the flag blowing.
You can hear it in our crowd mic that we have. Ollinger bats from the left side as well. I think about 7 of the batters bat left-handed, Logan.
I don't think I've ever seen that many lefties on a high school baseball team.
First pitch is outside to Ollinger. Robinson working quickly. He's ready to go. Foul tipped at the plate. Ollinger quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes. Pitch ground ball foul into the first base dugout over by the Nighthawks of Cincinnati Country Day. They had probably just a little bit shorter drive than Fairview, maybe by half an hour. Pitched outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Logan Ollinger. Top of the lineup, Elijah Aaron awaits on deck. 2-2 pitch to Ollinger. Way outside, ball 3. 1-0 Fairview. Bottom of the second inning. Winner plays tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And they will take on Fort Recovery, who won 6-2 over Summit Country Day. Game before this. Payoff pitch lined into right field for a base hit. Ollinger with a 2-out single. Rounds first base. And he will hold on there. Ollinger.
Nice piece of hitting there by Ollinger, down in the count early on. And, what does he do? He works a full count and able to get the right blooper in the right field and maybe start something here again with 2 outs.
Ollinger has 7 stolen bases on the season. Elijah Aaron struck out looking in the first. 452 for the first teamer. All GMC Elijah Aaron. Throw over back safely is Logan Ollinger. Robinson comes set. There goes the runner. Pitches a strike. Throw down, not in time. Ollinger with his 8th stolen base of the season is in scoring position with 2 outs. And for Aaron, he has 34 RBIs as a leadoff hitter, Logan.
Yeah, this is the guy you want at the plate right here, right now.
Him and Anthony Singer tied with 34 to lead the Apaches. Robinson looks back at the runner, comes to the plate, ground ball, third base. Nice dig down there at first. Throw over is low. Back to back. Nice plays. Little backhanded scoop by Gutman down there at third. He threw over to Ramage at first in the dirt. Well, pebbles, I guess, of the turf here. And a nice scoop by Ramage to end the inning. 5-3 on the putout in the inning for the Apaches. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Top of the third inning coming up here from Newton High School. Fairview 1, Cincinnati Country Day 0. We'll be back right after this timeout here on your Delarbor Concrete and Hauling Scoreboard.
Baden Stevens Body Shop is your #1 voted auto body shop in Northwest Ohio. We are your experts on all makes and models and are the only Chrysler, Ford, and GM certified collision repair center in the area. Located in Jewel, Ohio. Give us a call today at 419-497-3111 to schedule your free estimate. Come check out the Baden Stevens Body Shop difference.
Check out Tenora Rams Live. Live events broadcast on YouTube and post-game results, articles, schedules, and more can all be found on tenorarams.com. Feel free to look up their Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages as well. Northwest Ohio Sports is the place for sports rankings, news, scores, podcasts, and more for area athletics. Check them out at Northwest Ohio Sports on Twitter, Instagram.
Back here, the top of inning number 3 coming up for Cincinnati Country Day. They will have the bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9. Patrick Ramage, Casey Newman, and Evan Robinson to face Elijah Aaron. Aaron got out of a lot of trouble there last inning, could not find the zone in the first 2 hitters, but a double play ended the inning. Ramage, 275, 7 RBIs and 5 stolen bases for the number 7 hitter. He is the first baseman. He made a nice scoop to end that last inning, Logan.
Let's see what he does here. It was a great scoop to help get the Nighthawks out of the inning. So,
first pitch to Ramage is outside. Caught the corner for a strike. Looking at Elijah Aaron, he has thrown 29 pitches, just 15 for strikes early on. 1 pitch coming to Ramage. He fouls it off. Out of play. Down by the Apache bullpen area. Apaches with a run in the first. They lead 1-0. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Fairview. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Nighthawks of Cincinnati Country Day. Outside corner, called strike 3. Ramage took the 0-2 pitch, and the home plate umpire said, "Take a seat, young man. Strike 3.
14, Casey Newman.
it's a great piece of pitching there by Aaron. And, like I said earlier, the first couple innings of these games are always tough. We're in the 3rd inning now, and I think Aaron is really going to settle down here.
Casey Newman steps in. He's the DH. First pitch to him is a little bit low, ball 1. Newman, 231 with 5 RBIs. Aaron winds it up. The 1-0 pitch. Swung and fouled at the plate. 1 ball and a strike to the freshman, Casey Newman. Base is empty. 1 out here, top of the 3rd. 1-0 Fairview. Aaron's 1-1 to Newman. A little change-up stayed way outside. 2 balls and a strike. Coach Ray Hamilton down there at 3rd. 2-1 pitch coming to Newman. Line drive. 2 hops to the shortstop. Olinger fires over to Grinnell Dennis at first for out number 2. 6-3 on that put out.
Coming to the plate, number 8.
Evan Robinson, the number 9 hitter, will step in. The senior second baseman, hitting .268 with 11 RBIs and 8 stolen bases. He bats from the right side. 2 strikeouts for Aaron. Elijah winds it up. The righty lets it go. Ground ball outside the bag at third. Strike one. Fairview has a little young man on their team down there. It seems like he should be on the track team. He's a go-getter when it comes to getting the foul balls. Ground ball, second base. Cole Mack up with it. Fires over to first and lightning quick inning. 3 up, 3 down, 6-3 or 4-3 on that put out in the inning for the Nighthawks of Cincinnati Country Day. They go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Bottom of the third coming up. It is Fairview 1 and Cincinnati Country Day nothing on your DeLarber Concrete and Hauling scoreboard.
DeLarber Concrete and Hauling is your go-to provider for concrete and hauling needs. Flat work, pole barn floors, driveways, and patios. Hauling services for stone, mulch, and dirt. Call Josh for your free estimate at 419-576-0401. This Fairview Apaches broadcast is proudly sponsored by the Fairview Athletic Boosters, supporting our student athletes every step of the way. From the field to the classroom, we're proud of everything these young men and women achieve. Good luck to the Apaches in tonight's game. Your community is behind you all the way. Go Apaches. Craving a cool treat or a hot bite? Head to Apache Dairy Bar in Sherwood, Ohio. From soft serve ice cream and sundaes to burgers, chili dogs, tacos, and more. There's something for everyone. Swing by for outdoor seating or curbside pickup. Apache Dairy Bar, where every bite hits the spot. Located in Sherwood, Ohio on Route US 127. Give them a call today at 419-899-2444. A special shout out to Dan Hash for sponsoring this broadcast, a strong supporter of Fairview baseball. Go Apaches.
Bottom of inning number 3 coming up here with the Apaches leading 1-0. Keith Brown and Logan Bailey with you here on this Tuesday, near perfect day here in the regional semifinals from Newton High School in Pleasant Hill, Ohio. Until today, I had no idea where this town was, Logan.
I did not either. You know, we put in Newton into the GPS, and at first it told us east of Akron. We said east of Akron for a regional game, and then we got to looking, and it's actually, down south. So we found our way nonetheless. But, a gorgeous venue and
yes,
a perfect day for some baseball.
Absolutely. For the Apaches, 2, 3, and 4, Fritch, Mack, and Timbrook face Elijah Aaron. Or 2. I flip my thing over to face Evan Robinson. First pitch is fouled at the plate. Fritch in his first at bat grounded to short. Came in hitting .451 for the freshman.
Fritch has got a little bit of speed there, trying to attempt a bunt on the first pitch.
Robinson gets the sign from Zach Pavlesko, winds it up, and pitch. A little bit low, ball and a strike. Bases empty, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Apaches with a single run in the first inning have a 1-0 lead.
That third baseman still playing even with the bag. I think Fritch he's going to keep trying to bunt for a single.
And he does just that. Instead, gets a little too close to the mound. Robinson hops off the mound and fires down to Ramaj at first, just nipping Fritch. I think Fritch wanted to get that a little bit to the third base side.
Fritch is flying down that first baseline. But, yeah, like you said, Keith, if he puts it down a little bit more to the third baseline, I think he legs that one out.
Cole Mack will step in. Mack reached on an error in the first inning that actually started the rally, 2-out rally for the Apaches. 351 coming in for Cole. He was second team all GMC. First pitch to him is a called strike. Mack bats from the left side. Pitch is fouled off. This one over in the softball diamond, I believe, over to the left of us. Robinson quickly ahead of Colmack. No balls and 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Pitch just missed the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the number 3 hitter, Apache second baseman, Cole Mack. Zane Timbrook awaits on deck. 1-2 pitch, fouled off the foot of Mack at the plate. Goes down to the third base side. The Nighthawks catcher, Paul Vesco picks it up.
Never feels good to foul
Ugh.
one off your foot. Mac walking that one off a little bit.
A little buzzing down there right now for Cole. 1-2 pitch from Robinson to Mac outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice crowd here.
Yeah, Fairview brought a excellent crowd.
Apaches travel well, generally. 2-2 pitch. Line drive into center field. Palmier takes a couple steps back and then comes in. It's like a knuckleball. He brought him down to one knee. So Mac sent a little line drive knuckleball to center, but it was caught out there by Palmier.
Yeah, Palmier stopped. He stuttered a little bit, but was able to track it down there in shallow center field.
St. Timbrook steps in, 1-for-1, singled in the first. 457 coming in for Zane. He bats from the left side. First pitch to him, misses. Ball 1. Base is empty. 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third, Apaches lead 1-0. Pitch is up and in. 2 balls and no strikes to Timbrook. Drayton Grinnell Dennis on deck for the Apaches. 2-0 pitch is fouled. Coach Singer should have had that one down there at third. That's an E. Singer. Even the umpire is blowing him crap. He's like, Coach, you got to get down on those. You got to get down. Then you got to come set. And he's down there smiling away. 2 balls and a strike is the count to Zane Timbrook. Evan Robinson winds it up. 2-1 pitch. Fouled back to the net. The on-deck hitter, Grinnell Dennis, just one-hands it and fires it back to Robinson at the mound.
He snagged that off the net?
Yes, with one hand.
Notice.
He's like, hey, look what I got. Here we go. Fired it back out there. 2-2 pitch coming to Timbrook. Sends a fly ball into foul territory way over there in the bullpen, which I assume that would be out of play back in that area for a long strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not to find out, but it was generally that would be out of play, but we'll find out in between innings if that's actually still in play there. It's the second one or third one we've seen hit down there.
Yeah, quite a few.
Base is empty. Apaches up 1-0 here in the bottom of inning number 3. 2-2 pitch coming to Zane Timbrook from Evan Robinson. Swings and hits it to straightaway center field. Nate Palmier out there struggles a bit with the wind, but puts it away for out number 3. The Apaches go quickly in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Nighthawks, and nobody left on base. Moving quickly along here. We're top of the 4th inning coming up already. Fairview 1 and Cincinnati Country Day 0 on your Larber Concrete and Hauling scoreboard.
DeLarber Concrete and Hauling is your go-to provider for concrete and hauling needs. Flatwork, pole barn floors, driveways, and patios. Hauling services for stone, mulch, and dirt. Call Josh for your free estimate at 419-576-0401. This Fairview Apaches broadcast is proudly sponsored by the Fairview Athletic Boosters, supporting our student athletes every step of the way. From the field to the classroom, we're proud of everything these young men and women achieve. Good luck to the Apaches in tonight's game. Your community is behind you all the way. Go Apaches. Craving a cool treat or a hot bite? Head to Apache Dairy Bar in Sherwood, Ohio. From soft serve ice cream and sundaes to burgers, chili dogs, tacos, and more. There's something for everyone. Swing by for outdoor seating or curbside pickup. Apache Dairy Bar, where every bite hits the spot. Located in Sherwood, Ohio on Route US 127. Give them a call today at 419-899-2444.
Keith Brown, Logan Bailey back here on NWO Sports Radio. 1-0 Apaches as we head to the top of the 4th. 1, 2, and 3. Palmier, Elijah Gutman, and Jamison French to face Elijah Aaron, who seemed to have found his groove after about a 10-pitch little rough outing there in the second. Palmier digs in. First pitch to him was a ball. He singled to start the contest, then stole second base in the first inning. Pitch is grounded deep in the hole at short. Olinger, long throw across, air mails it to the fence, way over the head of Dennis Grinnell, but holding on. That should be an infield single.
Yeah,
I
was
don't
gonna say,
think.
regardless, when the ball's hit deep in the hole like that, that's a big boy throw. And I think even the throw was on target. There's no way you would have got him.
Actually surprised that Ollinger threw it over there. Runner at first, nobody out. Elijah Gutman will step in. 405, 22 RBIs, 19 stolen bases, and he has over 100 hits in his career. 14 stolen bases by Palmier. Tapper, third base. Singer, went over his head on the high bounce into left field. It's one of those turf bounces, Logan.
It is. Turf plays different on the infield, and Singer came in to try to snatch it, but unfortunately it took a nasty bounce way over his head and into the left field. So
I think on a day that wasn't as hot as today, I don't think that would have bounced as high as it did.
I don't know. That took quite the bounce.
Singer came in like did on the couple innings before for a double play, and the ball just bounced over his head like a little bouncy ball you had when you were a kid.
Yep.
That's going to bring to the plate Jamison French. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. French grounded into I guess he flied into a double play to end the first inning. Nice play down there by Grinnell Dennis on the catch, number one. Then he fired back to second to double off Palmier to win the first. 2 runners on, nobody out here for the Nighthawks. That pitch is lined into left field for a solid base hit. That's going to load him up. Like all this happened in about 90 seconds. Bases full of Nighthawks, nobody out. The number 4 hitter, the cleanup hitter, Zach Pavleska, will step in. He walked in the second. 3:33 on the season. See if Coach Singer wants to bring the infield in here. Anthony at third, even with the bag. Grinnell Dennis playing behind the runner. Infield in a little bit with the turf. Pitch grounded, fouled by Coach Hamilton down there at third. And Noah Schiniger. I think that's Noah. That is Noah, and we're at the other Apache there racing down to get the foul ball. Like a track sprint. 0-1 pitch, ground ball, second base side. Max slides, throws over to first base in time for the outrun scores to tie the game at 1. Palmier scores. That's an RBI by Zach Pavlesko.
Nice play there by Max, sliding to his knees, moving to his left, and able to go to first for the one out. The run scores, unfortunately, but nonetheless, they hold the runners.
Runners move up to second and third. Gutman down at third, and French on at second. Ryan Pavlesko will step in. Flew out to center in the second, is only at bat. First pitch to him is swung on and missed. We are tied at 1 here in the top of the 4th. Apache's coming in 26-3, most wins in school history, breaking the 1959 Fairview baseball team record. Aaron comes set, pitch, outside ball, gets away from Kuhlman. Runner from third scores as the throw hits the batter in the back. So Gutman scores on the wild pitch, and the Nighthawks from Cincinnati Country Day take a 2-1 lead. The runner moves up. Jamison French.
Keith, what's the ruling on that? I know the batter's supposed to get out of the way, but if you throw the ball and he's just kind of standing around the batter's box, I mean, I don't think they would have got him regardless, but still he's not.
I just think it's a dead ball.
I think that's what Coach Singer's out there talking about. I saw, the catcher for Fairview, and Jesse Kuhlman was kind of questioning that as well.
That was a wild pitch, and the runner from third, Elijah Gutman, was going to score no matter what. The throw in from Kuhlman to Aaron to the plate hit the batter, who stepped back to get out of the way. It hit Ryan Pavlesko right in the back in the middle of the number 3.
See, that's the thing I was wondering. Typically as a batter, got to kind of run to get out of the way. He just took maybe one step out of the batter's box, and I can understand where Fairview's coming from in this situation.
They wouldn't. I don't think they would have had to play on the runner coming into third, regardless. I think maybe Coach Singer's just asking about the runner advancing from second to third on that play. So runner at third with 1 out. 2 runs in the inning for Cincinnati Country Day. They have grabbed a 2-1 lead. Pavlesco, 392 coming in. Infield is in for the Apaches. First pitch is fouled back by Ryan Pavlesco. Levi Gutman is on deck for Cincinnati Country Day. Elijah Aaron works from the set with the runner at third. He steps off. Wants Kuhlman to go back through the signs. Or maybe he's asking what the count is for the home plate umpire. Coach Singer is now out asking. I'm not actually sure what they're asking what the count is.
A lot of confusion for the count.
Yes.
Coach Singer's asking a third base ump, and then the first base ump, and then the home plate ump.
I think
Everyone's kind of looking around at each other.
Aaron back on the mound with a big smile on his face now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks at the runner at third. Leading away is French. Pitch is inside. Nice stop by Kuhlman. Saved another pass ball or wild pitch. Nighthawks with 2 here in the inning have grabbed a 2-1 lead in the top of the 4th. Pitch to the plate. Line drive into center field. Garza comes on, makes a head-high catch. Throw into the plate. Runner tags, not in time. French scores run number 3 for the Nighthawks. They grab a 3-1 lead. That's a sacrifice fly and an RBI off the bat of Ryan Pavlesco.
Number 7, Levi Gutman.
That'll be his 13th RBI on the season. Levi Gutman will step in. He grounded into a 5-4-3 double play in the second. 3-1. Nighthawks over the Apaches. First pitch is high to Levi Gutman. A lot of brothers in the lineup for Cincinnati Country Day. Or relations of somehow. I assume they'd be brothers. 1-0 pitch to Gutman. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases now empty. Nighthawks have struck for 3. They lead 3-1 over Fairview here in the D6 regional semifinals. 1-1 pitch over the head of Gutman to backstop. It goes. 2 balls and a strike. Sometimes, Logan, you wonder with it being hot and humid here, if Aaron sometimes is having trouble gripping the ball.
Yeah, maybe. Last couple innings, still kind of struggling every now and then, throwing a pitch behind the batter, or it makes you wonder.
2-1 pitch to Gutman. Ground ball to Singer at third. He bobbles it, gets it back. High throw to Grinnell Dennis, but he keeps his foot on the bag for out number 3. Nice play by the Apaches defense there to stay with it. 5-3 on the putout, but some damage done here in the 4th by Cincinnati Country Day. They get 3 runs, and they do so on 3 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. Bottom of the 4th coming up here from Newton High School. Cincinnati Country Day 3 and the Fairview Apaches 1 on your DeLarmer Concrete and Hauling scoreboard. We'll keep things here, and I'd like to thank all the sponsors that made the broadcast possible here today. The Apache Dairy Bar, located at US 27, right in the middle of Sherwood. You can't miss it. 419-899-2444. If you want to order some burgers on the way home and pick them up, I'm sure they would oblige.
The Big Hank.
Oh, can't miss it. Man, oh man, some
burger.
Good food over there. DeLarmer Concrete and Hauling, they're our scoreboard sponsor. Get a hold of Josh, 419-576-0401. Fairview Athletic Boosters, they do a fantastic job over there. Mr. Ryan Timbrook and Mr. Wes Hall and the boys over there do a great job. Bob Racisa, I think, is on the board over there. Mr. Dan Hash does Mr. Do-It-All at Fairview High School and also does a fantastic job on the Green Mountains Conference website, Logan. I mean, that's the Bible to us.
It is.
I mean,
conference websites are like you said, the Bible for sports enthusiasts and broadcasters alike.
And Dan does a great job of keeping up on that. And Ben Stevens Body Shop in beautiful downtown Jewel, Ohio. Look them up on Facebook or at Stevens Body Shop.
Number 24,
419-497-3111 for any of your auto body needs. Bottom of the fourth sees the Apaches trail for the first time. And for Fairview, they're going to send up the meat of the order. 5, 6, and 7. Cornell Dennis, Anthony Singer, and Gavin Palladino. First pitch is a ball. Second pitch is fouled off to Grinnell Dennis. He had an RBI single in the first inning. Check out the numbers on Robinson here in a second. He winds up the 1-1 pitch. Line drive into center field. Nate Palmier takes a couple steps over to his left and snags it for out number 1, retiring Grinnell Dennis. Anthony Singer, the number 6 hitter, will come to the plate, bounce right back to Robinson in his only plate appearance.
Tell you what, Palmier in center field's been a busy guy for the Nighthawks this game. A lot of balls hit from the Apaches to center field this game.
Robinson has 56 pitches, 40 strikes. Singer digs in, hitting .435 coming in. That's from the right side. First pitch swinging. Little lazy fly ball into center field. In comes our man, Nate Palmier, to snag it for out number 2. He is all over the place. He's actually recorded the last 4 outs, Logan.
Not a shocker
the 4
there.
straight F8 putouts. What are the odds on that? Take that to Vegas. That's unheard of. Gavin Palladino steps in, the number 7 hitter, struck out in the second inning. First pitch to him is fouled back, strike 1. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Cincinnati Country Day. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Fairview. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Bases empty, 2 outs. Pitch ground ball off the bat of Palladino to second. Elijah Gutman up with it, fires over to first base to Patrick Ramage for out number 3. Apaches. Those are fighting words over there. Apaches go quickly here in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Top of inning number 5 coming up. Game's almost an hour old. It is flying by. It is Cincinnati Country Day 3, the Fairview Apaches 1. We'll be back on the DeLarber Concrete and Hauling scoreboard right after this.
Baden Stevens Body Shop is your number 1 voted auto body shop in Northwest Ohio. We are your experts on all makes and models and are the only Chrysler, Ford, and GM certified collision repair center in the area. Located in Jewel, Ohio. Give us a call today at 419-497-3111 to schedule your free estimate. Come check out the Baden Stevens Body Shop difference.
Check out Tenora Rams Live. Live events broadcast on YouTube and post-game results, articles, schedules, and more can all be found on tenorarams.com. Feel free to look up their Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages as well. Northwest Ohio Sports is the place for sports rankings, news, scores, podcasts, and more for area athletics. Check them out at Northwest Ohio Sports on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Back here at Newton High School in the Division 6 regional semifinals, Keith Brown and Logan Bailey with you. Up here, nice accommodations up here, Logan.
Yeah, it's been great ever since we've been here. The AD's great as well.
Oh, absolutely. Up here is fantastic. Have a good time.
Great vantage point from
Oh,
up here in
great.
the press box, too.
It's a lot bigger than what it looked like in the picture that we saw online. I was like, are we going to fit in that thing? Or are we going to be crammed in the corner? But yeah, no, it's nothing but hospitality up here. 7, 8, and 9 for the Nighthawks. Ramage, Newman, and Robinson to face Elijah Aaron. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner. For Aaron, 50 pitches, 29 strikes coming in here to the top of the 5th. 3-1 Nighthawks with the lead. Bases empty. Pitch to Ramage. Outside corner, almost the same exact spot. Strike 2. He caught looking in his only plate appearance in the 3rd. Aaron's 0-2 pitch. Low and off the shin guards of Kuhlman to the on-deck circle. Over there, it's scooped up by the on-deck hitter. Casey Newman, he puts it in his back pocket and says, I'll just give it to the ump when I trot up here in a second. 1-2 pitch. Check swing, just missed a bit outside. Elijah Aaron wanted that one. You could see that in his body English.
Good location, though. You know, he got the first couple strikes there, sitting right on the outside corner. And where does he go? Right there, same place, and nearly got the batter to swing through.
2-2 pitch to Ramaj. Strike 3 called. Ramaj is not happy. Had this been practice, I think it would have slammed his bat to the ground. So that's the first out. Back-to-back at bats. Ramaj has been caught looking. For Aaron, that's his 3rd strikeout.
Terrific job by Aaron, especially to get up in the count. You know, the past few innings he struggled and gotten behind a little bit, and there he gets up with 2 strikes early on and finishes off.
First pitch swinging is Newman. Dive in the hole by Cole Mack. Fires over to Grinnell Dennis in time for out number 2. Newman took the first pitch he saw, hit it in the hole towards first base. Mack slid on one knee and fired over in time.
Another solid piece of fielding there by Mack. You know, second time we've seen him in the last 2 innings on his knees, making a play at first.
Evan Robinson, the number 9 hitter, 0 for 1, steps in. First pitch to him as a strike. He's hitting .268. 0-1 pitch from Aaron. Fouled off the glove of Jesse Kuhlman to the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes to Evan Robinson.
Aaron needs to finish him off right here. You know, 1, 2, 3 inning is just what the Apaches would need here.
0-2 pitch. Aaron winds it up. Pitch hits Evan Robinson right in the back, and that is not what Elijah Aaron wanted to do. That will send Robinson to first base on the hit by pitch, and that's going to bring the top of the lineup to the plate. Nate Palmier. He has 2 singles, a stolen base, and a run scored.
Fielder, number 5, Nate Palmier.
338 coming in for Palmier. 100 hits in a career for Nate. Runner at first, 2 outs. They're over, not in time. 14 steals by Palmier. One, actually 15. He had the one from earlier, so 15 steals for Nate. Back-to-back 100 hit batters in your lineup. There he goes. Pitch to Gubbin. Hit right in the hole where Logan Olinger would have been. Olinger went to second to cover the bag on the stolen base attempt.
Nice call there on the hit and run. Really opened up that hole just to the right of the shortstop. And, you know, Palmier stays hot, 3 for 3 on the day.
So Robinson down at second, Palmier on at first, and Elijah Gutman steps in. He singled and scored on a wild pitch in the 4th. 3-1, Cincinnati Country Day ahead. Aaron's first pitch, lined by a diving Colmack into center field. The runner's going to try and score. Throw comes in, not in time. 4-1, Cincinnati Country Day with the lead on the RBI off the bat of Elijah Gutman. He goes, or he hangs on there. Down to third goes Palmier. Scoring was Evan Robinson, who was hit with 2 outs and an 0-2 pitch. Runners at first and third. We'll see if Coach Hamilton wants to try and steal a run here with the runner at first. More likely will take off to second and try and get in a run down. And Coach Singer has been through this a million times. First pitch swinging. Ball driven deep center field. Garza goes back and puts it away. French sent it deep through the breeze here in the center field, but Gavin Garza over snagged it. But 1 run in the inning by the Nighthawks. And they do so on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. That's the first 2 runners left on base by Cincinnati Country Day. Headed to the bottom of inning number 5 here at Newton High School on your DeLarver Concrete and Hauling scoreboard. Nighthawks 4 and the Fairview Apaches 1. We'll be back right after this here on NWO Sports Radio.
Baden Stevens Body Shop is your #1 voted auto body shop in Northwest Ohio. We are your experts on all makes and models and are the only Chrysler, Ford, and GM certified collision repair center in the area. Located in Jewel, Ohio. Give us a call today at 419-497-3111 to schedule your free estimate. Come check out the Bat and Stevens Body Shop difference.
Check out Tenora Rams Live. Live events broadcast on YouTube and post-game results, articles, schedules, and more can all be found on tenorarams.com. Feel free to look up their Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages as well. Northwest Ohio Sports is the place for sports rankings, news, scores, podcasts, and more for area athletics. Check them out at Northwest Ohio Sports on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Headed to the bottom of the fifth inning here in the D6 regional semifinals. Basically, it's the Sweet 16, equivalent to the NCAA basketball tournament. 8-9, and then the top for Coach Singer, Jesse Kuhlman, Logan Olinger, and then Elijah Aaron. Apache's a little bit of trouble here. Trail 4-1, Logan.
Yeah, if you're the Apaches here, you got to start seeing some pitches and get on base anyway, anyhow. You know, like I said, if you have to scoot up and scoot closer to the plate, you know, take one for the team, and you just need base runners in this situation. So be patient and, you know, work the count, and base runners, base runners, base runners.
First pitch by Robinson to Kuhlman. Misses, ball one, which is what we saw last inning with 2 outs and an 0-2 count. Evan Robinson took one right in the back and came around and scored. Pitch is outside, ball 2 to Jesse Kuhlman. Kuhlman 0 for 1, 3-18 coming in. Logan Olinger is on deck for the Apaches. Evan Robinson has gone the distance. 2-0 pitch to Kuhlman is drilled in the air to the shortstop. Ryan Pavlesko snags it for out number 1.
Number 3, Logan Olinger.
Logan Olinger steps in. He singled and stole the base in the second. 281 for Logan. Also had an RBI. Oh, a stolen base in the second, not an RBI. Can't read my own writing sometimes. That pitch is fouled at the plate. Strike 1. Robinson fires. That one stays a little high and outside. 1 ball and a strike. Base is empty. 1 out here. Apaches trail by 3 in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 pitch stays high and wide. 2 balls and a strike to Logan Olinger, the number 9 hitter. Slick fielding shortstop for Coach Singer's Apaches. 2-1 pitch misses inside. 3 balls and a strike. Apaches need base runners. Three and 1 pitch coming to Olinger. Swings and hits a lazy fly ball. Keeps drifting on the center fielder, Palmier. Actually, the left fielder, Harry Freeman, probably could have caught it, but it just kept the wind bringing it towards the left fielder, Logan.
Yeah, the ball drifted quite a bit. I mean, from where Palmier started in center field, I mean, he probably ran, I don't know, 20 yards to his right at least.
It's like trying to catch a kite. It's like, it's got to be here somewhere. Base is empty, 2 out. First pitch swinging is a leadoff hitter, Elijah Aaron, and he singles into center field. Palmier wasn't getting that one. That's his 103rd career hit for Elijah Aaron. I think that's his 54th this season. Shady Fritsch, the number 2 hitter, will step in. He is 0 for 2. Grounded to short and grounded back to the mound. Runner at first. Aaron with 11 stolen bases. We'll see how aggressive Coach Singer wants to be, trailing by 3 here in the 5th. Robinson from the stretch. Aaron stays put. Nice shot right at the shortstop. Ryan Pavlesko for out number 3. Fritsch hits a foot right or left of the shortstop, and the Apaches are in business. Unfortunately, he drilled it right at Pavlesko at short for out number 3. The Apaches in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors by the Nighthawks, and the 4th base runner left on by Fairview. Headed to the top of the 6th inning here in the Divisional 6 regional semifinal. Cincinnati Country Day. The Nighthawks 4 and the Fairview Apaches won on your DeLarber and Concrete and Hauling scoreboard here on NWO Sports Radio. We'll be back right after this time out.
DeLarber Concrete and Hauling is your go-to provider for concrete and hauling needs. Flat work, pole barn floors, driveways, and patios. Hauling services for stone, mulch, and dirt. Call Josh for your free estimate at 419-576-0401. This Fairview Apaches broadcast is proudly sponsored by the Fairview Athletic Boosters, supporting our student athletes every step of the way. From the field to the classroom, we're proud of everything these young men and women achieve. Good luck to the Apaches in tonight's game. Your community is behind you all the way. Go Apaches. Craving a cool treat or a hot bite? Head to Apache Dairy Bar in Sherwood, Ohio. From soft serve ice cream and sundaes to burgers, chili dogs, tacos, and more. There's something for everyone. Swing by for outdoor seating or curbside pickup. Apache Dairy Bar, where every bite hits the spot. Located in Sherwood, Ohio on Route US 127. Give them a call today at 419-899-2444.
Back here, top of the sixth inning, Cincinnati Country Day 4, Fairview 1. Keith Brown, Logan Bailey with you. Again, thanks to our sponsors, the Apache Dairy Bar, DeLarber Concrete and Hauling, Fairview Athletic Boosters, Mr. Dan Hash, and the Patton Stevens Body Shop in Jewel, Ohio. So thank all those individuals, and for everybody watching and listening. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or on the radio app, all your sponsors and myself and Logan appreciate that. Knock on wood, I haven't actually said Sonora Rams once yet.
I thought you'd at least say it once this broadcast.
Like I have all this stuff programmed in my head, like sponsors and everything. First pitch, swung on, grounded to second. Cole Mack up with it, fires across. 4, 5, and 6. Zach Pavlesko was the first hitter. He swung at the first pitch and grounded to Mac. So 4-3 on the put out. One quick out there. Ryan Pavlesko will step in. He had a sacrifice fly on an RBI in the fourth. First pitch to him is outside, ball one. 3 runs in the fourth, 1 in the fifth for Cincinnati Country Day. 4 runs, 6 hits in the air. Fairview's only run came in the first. Ground ball to short. Olinger with a nice stop.
Nice play.
Dove to a knee and fired over to first base. Cornell Dennis for out number 2.
Ball was coming in hot for Olinger and moving to his left. And again, sliding to that knee on that turf and able to make the nice out at first.
That'll bring up the number 6 hitter, Levi Gutman, the third baseman. He is 0 for 2. Gutman bats from the right side. Elijah Aaron has started and gone the distance so far for the Apaches. First pitch to him is a strike.
Tell you what, Keith, I was looking at Ray Hamilton, Cincinnati Country Days coach. Gives me a lot of Jim Leland vibes.
Absolutely. That's a good comparison. He even kind of looks like him.
He does.
Strike on the outside corner. Aaron quickly ahead of Levi Gutman. No balls and 2 strikes. Bases empty. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th already. The batter, Levi Gutman, asks for time and steps out. Aaron steps off the mound. I think they're both ready to go. Aaron back on top of the hill. 0-2 pitch coming to Gutman. Ground ball to Singer at third. Stabs at it. Fires over in time. Out number 3, 5-3. Nighthawks go quickly in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no Apache errors, and nobody left. Apaches running out of outs. They have 6 outs remaining. They trail 4-1 on your DeLarber Concrete and Hauling scoreboard. We'll be back right after this brief time out.
Baden Stevens Body Shop is your #1 voted auto body shop in Northwest Ohio. We are your experts on all makes and models and are the only Chrysler, Ford, and GM certified collision repair center in the area. Located in Jewel, Ohio. Give us a call today at 419-497-3111 to schedule your free estimate. Come check out the Baden Stevens Body Shop difference.
Check out Tenora Rams Live. Live events broadcast on YouTube and post-game results, articles, schedules, and more can all be found on tenorarams.com.
Back here at Newton High School in the Division 6 regional semifinals, Keith Brown and Logan Bailey with you. here on this Tuesday. Beautiful afternoon down here. Beautiful afternoon, I assume, in Defiance, Ohio as well. Apaches have the heart of the order, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hopefully for them, Colmack, Zane Timbrook, and Drayton Grinnell Dennis to face Evan Robinson, who has gone the distance for Cincinnati Country Day.
Now batting, number
Apaches just
47,
1 run on 4
Cole
hits. Are averaging close to 10 runs a game. Colmack reached on air and scored in the first. That's the only run, which was unearned for the Apaches. First pitch is a strike to Colmack. Mack, 351 coming in, 22 RBIs, 9 stolen bases for the second team all GMCer. Pitch is inside to the backstop. It goes. A ball and a strike. Bases empty. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. 4-1 Cincinnati Country Day on top of Fairview. Cincinnati Country Day actually in the preseason Prep Ohio baseball poll is number 4. I believe Fairview was right behind him at number 6. 1-1 pitch outside. Ball 2 to Colmack, which me and Logan have been talking in between innings, the last couple innings. The Apaches just need to work Evan Robinson, make him throw some pitches. Pitch is lined into right field for a base hit. Colmack gets things started for the Apaches here in the bottom of the 6th with a line drive single right.
Senior Mac gets it done, starts the inning off right. Again, you just need base runners. No matter how you do it, you just need to get guys on base, and Mac does just that. So, the meat of your lineup, let's see what Timbrook does here.
Zane Timbrook steps in, second team all GMs here. We're going to have a timeout as Coach Ray Hamilton will head out to the mound. Hamilton, first visit today on the mound. Going to talk to Evan Robinson, his junior right-hander. So far for Robinson, he has thrown 74 pitches. 51 of those have been strikes. So that was a quick conversation. Going to take Coach Hamilton longer to walk back to the dugout than what the conversation lasted. He made his point, and back he goes. That's the 5th hit for the Apaches. Zane Timbrook will step in. Singled in the first, flew out to center in the third. 457 for Zane with a homer, 21 RBIs, and 6 steals coming in today. Apache dugout finally gets a little bit of life into him on the third base side. Robinson from the set. Pitch is high and away. Ball 1 to Zane Timbrook. Drayton Grinnell Dennis on deck for the Apaches. Timbrook bats from the left side. Runner leads the way at first. Pitch is way outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Zane Timbrook. Robinson coming in had an ERA of 1.75. Throw order first base back safely is Colmack. Mack with 9 stolen bases on the season over there at first. Another throw over back is Mack. Two balls and no strike as a count to Zane Timbrook. Mack at first leads the way. Pitch to the plate. Outside ball 3. All 3 pitches high and away to Timbrook. Nobody warming down in the Nighthawks bullpen either, Logan. I'm assuming that the second baseman, Elijah Gutman, will be the pitcher to come in. Pitches a ball 4, a little bit high. And that's going to be it for Robinson as Ray Hamilton heads out of the first base dugout again. Matt goes down to second. Timbrook on at first. So a single and walk here on the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-1. We're going to have a pitching change here with the Nighthawks leading the Apaches 4-1. We'll take a brief break and tell you all about the new pitcher. And we'll do it right after this.
DeLarber Concrete and Hauling is your go-to provider for concrete and hauling needs. Flat work, pole barn floors, driveways, and patios. Hauling services for stone, mulch, and dirt. Call Josh for your free estimate at 419-576-0401. This Fairview Apaches broadcast is proudly sponsored by the Fairview Athletic Boosters, supporting our student athletes every step of the way. From the field to the classroom, we're proud of everything these young men and women achieve. Good luck to the Apaches in tonight's game. Your community is behind you all the way. Go Apaches. Craving a cool treat or a hot bite? Head to Apache Dairy Bar in Sherwood, Ohio. From soft serve ice cream and sundaes to burgers, chili dogs, tacos, and more. There's something for everyone. Swing by for outdoor seating or curbside pickup. Apache Dairy Bar, where every bite hits the spot. Located in Sherwood, Ohio on Route US 127. Give them a call today at 419-899-2444. A special shout out to Dan Hash for sponsoring this broadcast, a strong supporter of Fairview baseball. Go Apaches!
Baden Stevens Body Shop is your #1 voted auto body shop in Northwest Ohio. We are your experts on all makes and models and are the only Chrysler, Ford, and GM certified collision repair center in the area. Located in Jewel, Ohio. Give us a call today at 419-497-3111 to schedule your free estimate. Come check out the Baden Stevens Body Shop difference.
Back here, the Apaches starting a little smoke here. Have 2 runners on with nobody out. They trail 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Your new pitcher is the center fielder, Nate Palmier. He has appeared in 10 games, 26 innings. He's 2-0, has struck out 24, and has an ERA of 2.15. And he'll be facing number 5 hitter, Drayton Grinnell Dennis. Had an RBI single in the first, flew out to Palmier in the 4th, who had about 5 straight putouts out there in center. He's a right-hander. He comes set, looks at the runners. First pitch, catches the outside corner for a strike. Senior right-hander Nate Palmier in relief. Pitch to Grinnell Dennis, swung on and missed. Strike 2, he comes in and quickly ahead of Grinnell Dennis. No balls and 2 strikes. Colmack at second. St. Timbrook at first. Apaches trail 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Palmier comes set, looks at the runners. 0-2 pitch to Grinnell Dennis. Check, swing. Just a little bit low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anthony Singer on deck for the Apaches. Long look in. Palmier gets the sign from his catcher, Zach Palvesco. 1-2 pitch coming to Grinnell Dennis. Swung and fouled at the plate. Stays alive. A ball and 2 strikes.
Coach Singer's questioning the umpire if Palmier's coming set when he's pitching.
Yep, I think so.
Believe so.
Yep. Long look in. He gets the sign. 1-2 pitch coming to Grinnell Dennis. Drilled to the left center gap.
That's a shot.
Off the wall. Here comes Mack. He's going to be the only run to score. Grinnell Dennis sent it the other way and hit at the base of the wall for an RBI double. The Apaches trail 4-2. Stopping at third was Zane Timbrook. Coach Singer didn't want to take the chance with nobody out. Apaches have the tying run.
It's a great piece of hitting by Grinnell Dennis. You know, way to go the opposite way there. Left center field and nearly hits that one out.
Yes,
I mean, that was a shot.
We'll bring up the freshman, Anthony Singer, the third baseman, 0-2. Leads the team and tied with the team leading in RBIs with 34. Can tie the game, more likely with a single.
Still no outs for the Apaches.
Freshman bats from the right side of the plate. Palmier fires, breaking ball, strike called. Nice pitch to start off the count to Anthony Singer. Evan Palladino, the DH, slides on deck for the Apaches. Each team with 6 hits now. Apaches still trail by 2, 4-2. Singer asks for time, steps out, takes a couple practice swings, comes back to the box. He's ready. Palmier looks at the runners at second and third as they lead away. 0-1 pitch to Singer. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Palmier looks the runners back, fires over to first in time. 1-3 on the putout. That's a huge out, Logan.
It is a huge out. And Palmier, he bobbled it a little bit. I thought he was almost going to overthrow the first baseman there for a second, but nonetheless, he gets the out. Still only 1 out for the Apaches, so there's still a lot of room to work with runners at second and third.
That'll bring up the number 7 hitter, Gavin Palladino. He is 0-2. Strikeout and a ground out. Coach Singer asked for time, asked his junior DH to come have a conversation with him. Coach Singer takes off the cap and is going through instructions with Gavin Palladino. Apaches runners at second and third, just one out still. Palladino, 262, 15 RBIs on the season. He bats from the left side. Nate Palmier in relief of the starter, Evan Robinson, lets it go. Palladino swings and drives it deep to left field. It's over the head of Freeman. Apaches are going to tie it. Palladino with a 2 RBI double. We are tied at 4 in the bottom of the 6th.
Unbelievable. He hit that ball to left field, and it kept on drifting and drifting and drifting over the left fielder's head all the way to the bottom of the fence out there in left field.
17th RBI on the season for Palladino. Back-to-back hitters. I guess 2 out of the 3 took it the opposite way, Logan, and both balls were scorched.
They were, and the wind just kept on making that ball drift, and it ended up going to the warning track there, and just what the Apaches needed, and it's a whole new ball game now, tied up 4-4.
Tim Brook and Grinnell Dennis both scored for the Apaches. 3 hits in the inning, and they have all been hit hard.
Number 23, Gavin Garza.
Gavin Garza, the center fielder, will come in and pinch run down there at second for Palladino. Jesse Kuhlman, honorable mention all GMC, the senior backstop, will step in with a chance to give the Apaches the lead. We are tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Kuhlman, 318 on the season with 18 RBIs. He bats from the right side. Garza leads from second. Palmier comes set. First pitch, hammered foul down the third baseline past Coach Singer. Tied at 4. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Cincinnati Country Day. 4 runs, 7 hits, errorless ball for the Apaches. Go ahead run down at second for Fairview here in the bottom of the 6th. Kuhlman digs in. Palmier looks at the runner at second, and Kuhlman asks for time and steps out, takes a couple practice swings. He's back in, ready to go. Palmier looks back at Garza at second. 0-1 pitch. Fouled at the plate. Nate Palmier quickly ahead of Jesse Kuhlman. No balls and 2 strikes, but the Apaches have stormed back with 3 runs here in the 6th to tie it at 4. Late season magic in the late innings has been the Apaches' recipe. Tapper, third base side. Third baseman up.
That's trouble.
Throws with it. Throw is high. Garza rounds third. He's going to try and score, and he does so standing up. Little routine ground ball to the third baseman. Levi Gutman kind of struggled to get the ball out of his glove, and when he did so, airmailed it over the first baseman's head, Patrick Ramage. Ramage and Kuhlman collided down there at first. Ball went way over the head to the fence, and Kuhlman will be down at second on the air. That should be an error on the throw, E5. But the Apaches, more importantly, have grabbed a 5-4 lead with 4 runs as Garza scored the go-ahead run from second.
What a turnaround. The Apache bats have come alive here in the bottom of the 6th.
The number 9 hitter, Logan Olinger, to the plate. Runner at second for the Apaches. First pitch, high and away. I guess it's a strike on the outside corner. Little delayed call by the home plate umpire. Kuhlman down at second, reached on the air. 0-1 pitch coming to Olinger. High. Count evens a ball and a strike. The Apaches with 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. They trailed 4-1 entering this inning, Logan. Runner at second. Leads away, Kuhlman. Palmier looks back at the runner, looks again, comes to the plate, breaking ball, catches the outside corner. Strike 2 to Logan Olinger. Olinger, 288 on the season, 22 RBIs, and picked up an 8 stolen base earlier.
Just got to put the ball in play. Good things happen.
Ollinger asks for time, steps out. Palmier steps off the pitching mound. Now they're both are ready. 1-2 pitch coming to Logan Ollinger. Palmier looks back at the runner, looks again, comes set. Pitch is fouled off the screen on the third base side.
Way to fight it off there by Ollinger.
5 runs on 7 hits for the Apaches. No errors. 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 huge errors for Cincinnati Country Day. 1-2 pitch coming to Ollinger. Low, nice stop by the catcher, Zach Pavlisko. Counts even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner down at second, leads away, and Jesse Kuhlman pitch to Ollinger. Palmier looks again, back at the runner, fires to the plate, and Ollinger fouls it off. First base side. Still 1 out, Logan.
Yeah, big gap there between short and third here.
Huge gap.
Huge gap. If Ollinger can put one right in there, I mean, I think he scores the runner from second.
Line shot. Oh, second baseman, the pitcher, Evan Robinson, with a dive into right field, stole a RBI single from Logan Ollinger.
That is a huge play. I mean, that's a Sports Center top 10 type play there. I mean, diving, an outstretched glove. I can't believe he snagged that out of the air.
Oh, my word. Robinson, who was the pitcher coming into this inning, went to second base with all the changes and just made the play of the game right there.
Yeah,
saved a run.
If he doesn't get that, yeah, Kuhlman scoring, no doubt.
Pitches in the dirt to Aaron. Gets away.
Coach
down
Singer
to
sends him home.
third goes Kuhlman. The throw winds up in left center or left field. And scoring was Jesse Kuhlman. Wow.
5 runs this inning?
5 runs.
5 runs.
Another error. Ball was low in the dirt. Catcher stopped it. Threw to third as the runner was taking off for third. The throw went into left field. And Kuhlman got himself up and scored. That's good. Elijah Aaron still at the plate. Swings at a 3-0 and drives it into center field. Elijah Gutman out there puts it away for out number 3, but the Apaches send 8 to the plate. Do some major damage. They take the lead with a 5-run sixth. Apaches with 5 runs on 4 hits, I think. 2 errors in the inning, and nobody left on base. Top of the 7th we go. Fairview 6 and Cincinnati Country Day 4 on your DeLarmer Concrete and Hauling scoreboard. We'll be back right after this time out here on NWO Sports Radio.
Baden Stevens Body Shop is your #1 voted auto body shop in Northwest Ohio. We are your experts on all makes and models and are the only Chrysler, Ford, and GM certified collision repair center in the area. Located in Jewel, Ohio. Give us a call today at 419-497-3111 to schedule your free estimate. Come check out the Baden Stevens Body Shop difference.
Top of the 7th inning. The Apaches are 3 outs away from playing for a state berth tomorrow, but they still need to get 3 outs. They lead 6-4 after that 5-run sixth, Logan.
Yeah, what a turn of events. You know, we were just talking last inning, you know, Fairview Apaches are down to their last 6 outs, and now we're turning things around. Fairview's down to the last 3 outs, and they're on to the regional final.
Now batting, number 24, Patrick Ravage.
For Cincinnati Country Day Nighthawks, the bottom part of their lineup. 7, 8, 9, Ramage, Newman, and Robinson to face Elijah Aaron. First pitch is swung on And a line shot into right field for a base hit by Ramaj. He was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, both caught looking. So Ramaj starts the Nighthawks off with a single into left. I'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Casey Newman, the DH. He's 0 for 2. Aaron fires. Shallow fly ball into left field. Shady Fritsch into foul territory, puts it away. Nice play by the Apache left fielder, Shady Fritsch.
Nice job tracking that ball off into foul territory and able to come down with it. 2 more outs to go for the Apaches.
Evan Robinson, the number 9 hitter, will step in. Officially 0 for 1, was hit in the back in the 5th and scored a run. All that happened with 2 outs.
Pinch running, number 12, Michael Hendricks.
Michael Hendricks is the pinch runner at first base for Ramaj. 6-4 Apaches here in the top of the 7th. 1 out. Runner leads away. Throw over by Aaron. Aaron has gone the distance. 70 pitches, 45 strikes. He's allowed 7 hits on 4 runs, all earned. He has struck out 2 and has walked 1 in his 6th and the 3rd innings. Aaron fires, catches, I guess I missed the inside corner.
Tell you what, though, a lot of resilience from Aaron.
Ugh.
Things have not been pretty here today, but a lot of grit and determination. He's fought through things, and sure, he's gave up some runs, but through thick and thin, he's let his defense play behind him, and here he is in the top of the 7th inning, still holding strong for Fairview. And you know what? They're up 6-4 here, top of the 7th.
Runner leads away at first. Pinch runner over there for Ramaj. Another throw over back safely is the pinch runner. Coach Singer pops out of the dugout on the third base side and asks for time. He's going to go out and talk to Aaron and the entire Apache infield. Michael Hendricks, I believe, is the pinch runner over there at first base. With 1 out, though, I don't think, Logan, you want to try a stolen base here.
I wouldn't think
Trailing
so.
by
You're
2.
down by 2 runs.
With your season on the line here.
I think you played a little more conservative.
Hendricks does not have a stolen base on the season. Number 9 hitter, Evan Robinson, getting ready back in the box as Coach Singer has exited. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Count evens of the ball and a strike. 6-4 Apaches here. Apaches 2 outs away from advancing to tomorrow. Top of the lineup, however, waits for the Nighthawks. 1-1 pitch from Aaron. Wanted right in front of the plate. Kuhlman bobbles it. Does not have a throw. I don't think he could grab it.
No, again, it takes a funny bounce off the turf, and Kuhlman just can't quite get a grip on it, and there's just no play to be made, so runners move to first and second here. Infield
single by Evan Robinson. Bunted the ball. Kuhlman done great. Popped out, and the ball landed right into his hand. He just couldn't grab it. So 2 runners on with 1 out. Top of the lineup, Nate Palmier will step in.
Not a guy you want to have to play to for your Apaches. 3 for 3 on the day for Nate Palmier.
Coach Singer asked for time, and that's going to be it for Elijah Aaron. Aaron, as Logan said, struggled at times, but stayed with it. Never, ever gave in. He's going to exit. The 2 runners on are his responsibility. But for Elijah Aaron, 6 1/3 innings pitched, gave up 8 runs or 8 hits, 4 runs, all 4 were earned. He struck out 2 and walked 1. He threw 73 pitches, 47 of those were strikes. We're going to have a new pitcher. Take a brief timeout. 6-4. Apaches lead here in the top of the 7th. However, Cincinnati Country Day has 2 runners on with 1 out. We'll be back right after this timeout.
DeLarber Concrete and Hauling is your go-to provider for concrete and hauling needs. flat work, pole barn floors, driveways, and patios. Hauling services for stone, mulch, and dirt. Call Josh for your free estimate at 419-576-0401. This Fairview Apaches broadcast is proudly sponsored by the Fairview Athletic Boosters, supporting our student athletes every step of the way. From the field to the classroom, we're proud of everything these young men and women achieve. Good luck to the Apaches in tonight's game. Your community is behind you all the way. Go Apaches. Craving a cool treat or a hot bite? Head to Apache Dairy Bar in Sherwood, Ohio. From soft serve ice cream and sundaes to burgers, chili dogs, tacos, and more. There's something for everyone. Swing by for outdoor seating or curbside pickup. Apache Dairy Bar, where every bite hits the spot. Located in Sherwood, Ohio on Route US 127. Give them a call today at 419-899-2444. A special shout out to Dan Hash for sponsoring this broadcast. A strong supporter of Fairview baseball. Go Apaches.
Keith Brown and Logan Bailey back here with you. Things are getting a little dicey. Apaches lead 6-4, top of the 7th. However, Nighthawks of Cincinnati Country Day have 2 on with 1 out. Top of the lineup. Nate Palmier up. He is 3 for 3. Pitching change. Jonas Schinniger comes in 16 in the 3rd innings pitch with an ERA of 3. He's allowed 16 hits. He's walked 6 and struck out 18. As Logan said, Palmier 3 for 3. Digs in from the right side. Schinniger looks at the runners. Comes to the plate. He bunts it perfectly to short. That's going to load him up as Aaron, who moved to short, does not have a play. Wow. Back-to-back infield singles on bunts have loaded the bases with 1 out.
Now batting, number 4.
Hendricks down to 3rd, Evan Robinson down to 2nd, and Palmier with the infield single on at 1st. The Apaches have turned 2 double plays here today. Gutman steps to the plate for the Nighthawks. First pitch to him by Schinniger is fouled off. Strike 1.
Tell you what, though, Keith, if you're a neutral spectator at this game, what a game to
This
watch.
is great. Back and forth we go.
A lot of excitement.
No balls and a strike to Gutman. Bases full of Nighthawks. Pitch is fouled back. Schinniger ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. Gutman, 405 coming in. He's got over 100 career hits. Today he's got 2 for 3 for Elijah Gutman. Schinniger comes set, bases full of Nighthawks. 0-2 pitch. Outside. Nice stab by the backstop, Jesse Kuhlman.
Good miss there, though.
Yep.
That pitch has been getting called quite a bit here tonight.
Apaches lead by 2 here in the top of the 7th. 1 out. Cincinnati Country Day, however, has the bases full. Gutman asks for time, steps out. The senior steps out and takes a couple practice swings. Steps back in. He singled in his last 2 at-bats. Schinniger looks at the runners. 1-2 pitch coming to Gutman. Outside. Gutman thought about it. They have checked down to the first base umpire on the appeal. He says he did not go, but Gutman thought about it and somehow held back.
He really wanted that one. He stepped all the way across home plate on that one, trying to reach for it.
Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jamison French awaits on deck. Schinniger comes set. Looks at the runner at second. 2-2 pitch coming to Elijah Gutman. Ball gets by Kuhlman on ball 3, but Kuhlman races to the backstop as we have a brick backstop back there, Logan, and it bounced right back to Kuhlman, and Schinniger raced in. The runner at 3rd thought about it, but did not get home.
I think head coach Ray Hamilton's talking to his runner there down at 3rd, and Hendricks saying, if you get a little bit better jump than that, you might be able to score on that one.
No place to put Elijah Gutman. Bases are full. 3-2 pitch coming from Jonas Schinniger. Foul back. Count stays full at 3-2. Coach Andy Singer way out in front of the dugout. Marches back a little bit closer. Apache infield back at double play depth, outfield at normal position. Apache's lead 6-4 with one out here in the top of the 7th. Bases loaded, however. 3-2 pitch coming to Elijah Gutman. Schinniger lets it go. Swung on and driven into shallow right field. Coming on, Zane Timbrook, I think, makes a diving catch.
The umpire at first signaled an out.
That's going to be a double play. Did he tag up? That could be a double play, but a shallow fly ball to right. Zane Timbrook came in, made a diving catch. Tagging up was Hendricks at third to make it 6-5. The other runners held. Robinson is at second, and Palmier is at first. They're appealing the runner at third to say that he did not tag up.
The home plate umpire says he did not tag.
On the appeal, the Apaches win it.
Ball game.
Wow, what an ending.
I've never seen an ending like that.
The wind brought back the little shallow fly ball off the bat of Gutman.
Wow.
In right field, Zane Timbrook kept coming and coming and coming. Hat went flying. He dove, somehow brought it off the turf here. Fired to first base. Then they threw it back to third to Anthony Singer. They appealed it. And after a long conversation, they said the runner from third left too early. And that's a double play to end the game.
Wow.
So the final is 6-4. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Apaches. 4 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for Cincinnati Country Day. The Apaches will play tomorrow at 5 right back here with a chance to go to state. Winning pitcher was Elijah Aaron. He goes to 7-0. And a very tough luck loss for Evan Robinson. He goes to 3-4. Cincinnati Country Day season comes to an end at 15-11. The Apaches continue to add to their total of wins for the season. Fairview goes to 27-3. And the Apaches will be right back here tomorrow to play Fort Recovery at 5 p.m., who defeated Summit Country Day 6-2 in the game before us. Boy, oh boy, Logan. We'll take a tiny break. We'll thank all of our sponsors, and we'll come back with our post-game show, and we'll try and sum up. Boy, what a game for high school baseball.
Wow.
Apaches move on. We'll be back right after this.
The Larber Concrete and Hauling is your go-to provider for concrete and hauling needs. Flat work, pole barn floors, driveways, and patios. Hauling services for stone, mulch, and dirt. Call Josh for your free estimate at 419-576-0401. This Fairview Apaches broadcast is proudly sponsored by the Fairview Athletic Boosters, supporting our student athletes every step of the way. From the field to the classroom, we're proud of everything these young men and women achieve. Good luck to the Apaches in tonight's game. Your community is behind you all the way. Go Apaches. Craving a cool treat or a hot bite? Head to Apache Dairy Bar in Sherwood, Ohio. From soft serve ice cream and sundaes to burgers, chili dogs, tacos, and more. There's something for everyone. Swing by for outdoor seating or curbside pickup. Apache Dairy Bar, where every bite hits the spot. Located in Sherwood, Ohio on Route US 127. Give them a call today at 419-899-2444. A special shout out to Dan Hash for sponsoring this broadcast. A strong supporter of Fairview baseball. Go Apaches.
Baden Stevens Body Shop is your #1 voted auto body shop in Northwest Ohio. We are your experts on all makes and models and are the only Chrysler, Ford, and GM certified collision repair center in the area. Located in Jewel, Ohio. Give us a call today at 419-497-3111 to schedule your free estimate. Come check out the Baden Stevens Body Shop difference.
Check out Tenora Rams Live,
Live events broadcast on YouTube and post-game results, articles, schedules, and more can all be found on TenoraRams.com. Feel free to look up their Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages as well. Northwest Ohio Sports is the place for sports rankings, news, scores, podcasts, and more for area athletics. Check them out at Northwest Ohio Sports on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Keith Brown and Logan Bailey back here with you at Newton High School here in Pleasant Hill, Ohio. Apaches with a 6-4 win will advance to play for the regional finals tomorrow. They'll take on Fort Recovery. But Logan, what a game we saw here. Fairview with a run in the first, and Cincinnati Country Day came back with 3 in the fourth. They added 1 more in the fifth. They led 4-1. The Apache bats were basically lifeless for the second, third, fourth, and fifth innings. We were talking in between innings. Apache's got to get something going here. And finally in the sixth, Fairview took the lead with 5 huge runs, and Gavin Palladino and Drayton Grinnell Dennis with opposite field doubles that kind of fueled the Apache rally here.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before the Apache bats came alive. Like we said, coming in, the team was batting 383 average, a lot of runs on the year, but man, oh man, what a great game. One of the better baseball games I've seen in a while. And for the Apaches to come back and win that one, when we were talking, in that sixth inning, they only had 6 outs to go in the game. Yeah. And in that sixth inning, they came alive with those 5 runs, a couple of great shots by Palladino and Grinnell Dennis. Yep. I almost thought that one from Grinnell Dennis was going out of here.
At the bottom of the wall.
Going opposite field. And, oh, man, what a great game. It's just unbelievable. I mean, I still can't believe they came back and won it. And the way they won the game.
The way the ending was, again, their bases loaded with 1 out for Cincinnati Country Day. Schiniger was on the mound, and Elijah Gutman was at the plate. Gutman swung on a 3-2 pitch and lofted a shallow fly ball in the right field. And a heck of a play by Zane Timbrook, come running in as fast as he could, dove, and somehow snagged it before it hit the grass. That was out number 2. The runner from third down there, the pinch runner, Hendricks, I believe, thought the ball was going to fall. So he came halfway down, and he didn't really know if Timbrook caught the ball or not. So instead of tagging back up at third, he came across the plate, in which everybody thought was the 5th run. Well, Coach Singer of the Apaches very smartly appealed and threw the ball from all over the infield and finally wound up back to Anthony Singer at third. They appealed that. Then after a conversation of about 30, 40 seconds, they ruled that the runner at third did not tag up, and he was ruled out. So a very bizarre double play to end the game, and the Apaches, as that last run was taken off the board, as they really did not tag up, with a 6-4 victory. Can't really get any better entertainment than we saw here today.
Yeah, just great game, and a lot of resilience out of the Apaches today, from the pitcher and Elijah Aaron all the way to the batters as well. Really stepped up here tonight. And, at the end of the day, it's a team that makes the least amount of mistakes. And you're playing in big-time games, and every single, error, every single hit, everything adds up and accumulates over those, 7 innings. And Apaches just had a few less errors and were able to come through big down the stretch.
So everybody will be back here tomorrow. I will be back here tomorrow at 5. We'll talk to Ryan on the way out and make sure we can get our spot back up here. But we appreciate everybody for tuning in, whether you watched on YouTube or you listened on your Bluetooth in your car or home, work, wherever you're at. We had a thriller for you here today. And again, thanks to all of our sponsors, the Apache Dairy Bar in downtown Sherwood, our scoreboard sponsor, DeLarber Concrete and Hauling, Fairview Athletic Boosters, Mr. Dan Hash, and the Batten Stevens Body Shop. All this was made possible by those sponsors. So if you see anybody about, hey, you head after the game right now to the Apache Dairy Bar and get some ice cream and some sandwiches and say, hey, thanks for sponsoring that game. And boy, oh boy, what a win it was. So the Fairview Apaches advance with a 6-4 victory. Any final thoughts, Logan?
Just a great job. And, the big thing about tonight is, Elijah Aaron went, 6 and a third, which that saves up a lot of great pitching for the Apaches tomorrow night. You still have Cole Mack available, and you Cash King,
Anthony Singer,
a lot of guys.
Even Schinniger only threw 2. He only threw 9 pitches. So
they've got the entire pitching roster, besides Aaron, obviously, to throw tomorrow. So that's always a good thing, especially down the stretch. Pitching depth is what really gets you far in the tournament, and Fairview surely got a lot of that.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for joining us, and I'll be back here tomorrow. So have a good Tuesday night, everybody, and make the drive over here. It's a pretty simple drive for the most part. Take the scenic route like we did, and you can get here in a couple hours, or you can take the boring route on State Route 75. But get down here tomorrow and support the Apache baseball program. So have a good night, everybody. Again, Fairview advances to play tomorrow with a 6-4 victory. Have a good night, everybody.
DeLarber Concrete and Hauling is your go-to provider for concrete and hauling needs. Flat work, pole barn floors, driveways, and patios. Hauling services for stone, mulch, and dirt. Call Josh for your free estimate at 419-576-0401. This Fairview Apaches broadcast is proudly sponsored by the Fairview Athletic Boosters, supporting our student athletes every step of the way. From the field to the classroom, we're proud of everything these young men and women achieve. Good luck to the Apaches in tonight's game. Your community is behind Apaches. Craving a cool treat or a hot bite? Head to Apache Dairy Bar in Sherwood, Ohio. From soft serve ice cream and sundaes to burgers, chili dogs, tacos, and more. There's something for everyone. Swing by for outdoor seating or curbside pickup. Apache Dairy Bar, where every bite hits the spot. Located in Sherwood, Ohio on Route US 127. Give them a call today at 419-899-2444. A special shout out to Dan Hash for sponsoring this broadcast. A strong supporter of Fairview baseball. Go Apaches!
Baden Stevens Body Shop is your #1 voted auto body shop in Northwest Ohio. We are your experts on all makes and models and are the only Chrysler, Ford, and GM certified collision repair center in the area. Located in Jewel, Ohio. Give us a call today at 419-497-3111 to schedule your free estimate. Come check out the Baden Stevens Body Shop difference.
Check out Tenora Rams Live. Live events broadcast on YouTube and post-game results, articles, schedules, and more can all be found on tenorarams.com. Feel free to look up their Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages as well. Northwest Ohio Sports is the place for sports rankings, news, scores, podcasts, and more for area athletics. Check them out at Northwest Ohio Sports on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.